One of the benefits of working on the APY lands is that you are often on a staff where there are teachers also experiencing their first years of teaching. They have huge learning curves, and so you are sharing that journey with people around your same age. There are a few older staff members, usually in leadership positions, but in the main, the teachers teaching in the classrooms are all of our most inexperienced and youngest teachers in DEX, who are able to develop their leadership skills and qualities, and often are accelerated into leadership positions much earlier than they would be if they were in mainstream schools in town.
Penyanganan ako juga, pian biar aku mau ini, white teacher, cungguran gula, kalau berjalan bawa ini tidak aku pian bawa, mano ngana bawa, anak aku cera mela, ngana bawa kerja ini tidak aku kalau jalannya, kalau jalan ini jalan jauh, pian berjuda.
The best bits would be the kids, obviously. Yeah, just working with them and them learning new things and having that got you, I get it moment is great. The hard things would be being away from family and boyfriend and the girls, but the staff up here are really supportive, so you do make friends with the staff, you go walking, you have dinner, you do the TV, so it's not as if you're completely isolated at all.
I've always got lads coming around to my house and telling me to go out for training. We go to rock holes most weeks and hunting, intaka, goanna, kangaroos. So it's fantastic. The whole community life of the place is something you don't really experience anywhere else in Australia. So it's wonderful.
Okay, the best bits about being here so far have been the relationships I think that I've built with the students. Having taught preps for half a year in a mainstream school, I was a little bit nervous about coming out and teaching 13, 14, 15-year-old children, but coming out here and really developing that strong relationship with them has been something I don't think I will be able to experience anywhere else.
They came from a long way, from Adelaide to Annabella, and we make friends like family, and family is a good to be showing our culture, to understand our way and we can understand their way, English, Briony way.
It's certainly challenging, there's no doubt about that, and definitely have lows, but if you didn't have those lows, the development wouldn't happen, so that's a natural part of the process.
Sally and I work together as a team to try and support the kids to learn English and also in our language as well. And sometimes I help Sally we do in our culture, and sometimes when I have problems with the English, she helps me as well.
I suppose some people can be alarmed by the kids' appearances because they don't look cleanliness-wise, hygiene-wise, like mainstream schools, but you soon just adjust and get over that and you don't even realise it really. So,
on a very basic level, they're disadvantaged, but you also learn about the situation as a bigger picture, and you realise even with the best of intentions from people living in the community, they still find barriers which are from top down, which is a really sad situation because it's not going to change anytime soon. So it's you try your best and you try and promote a lot of learning and self-respect and confidence, but the kids need to be exceptional to live a life full of well-being, and there are absolutely kids out here that do achieve that and community that achieve that, but unfortunately there's a lot who don't also.
For me, I tried to learn a few Pitjantjatjara words before I came up, and so even being able to sort of know how to say yes and no and thank you and are you okay has been quite helpful in establishing those relationships and just starting out on the lands.
All the numeracy and the literacy that we learnt at uni has really prepared me for these lads because the levels are significantly lower than mainstream schools.
The hardest thing would be probably finding out things about your kids and their home life and how you take on board that information and not to let it affect you on your day-to-day life. I think I'm struggling a little bit with that at the moment with a few of my kids, but I think the other part, the upside of that is seeing the kids, they come to school every day and they're smiling every day. They don't, it's not woe is me.
If you come up as a contractor and you love it and the school loves you, there is every chance that you will then be made permanent in the following year because we do have mobility in and out of our schools quite regularly.
So last night was a fantastic cultural experience. We actually had a few of my senior lads become initiated as young men, and so we got invited out to the bush where we spent the night under the stars, and thankfully there was no rain, and got to witness all the cultural sort of ceremonies, the dancing, the singing, and at about 5:30 this morning the young fellas coming in as initiated men, and yeah, that's something I'll never forget for sure.
Oh, mulanya chuta ko nya ko la ngina ni no ana ngudi ja ai da bujura ko nya jungoreng no la won kan jungoreng ko la ora kanini kapal ora nganya in Annapolis School.
There is an opportunity to really step forward into your future career, both financially and professionally, by working on the APY lands, but also is an opportunity to share this country, which has been only shared with white people for 60 years, but has belonged to Indigenous people here for over 50,000 years.